Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and today I have a bullet journal flip through for you. I've been bullet journaling since April of 2018, which means 5 years ago I started bullet journaling, which is just crazy. And in those 5 years, I have filled up 7 bullet journals. This is my 7th journal. I have flip throughs of all of my other 6 journals here on my channel, so I'll link those down below in the description box. But let's just jump into bullet journal number 7. I think it's always fun to see how the journals look after they've been filled in. So here's your chance. With this journal, I did fill in my index. Don't know how much I actually used it, but I filled it in. Not very much of it, as you can see. But here we've got my future log. For this beginning of journal setup, I used kind of earth tones as far as color scheme. I used brown as my main color and then found some pretty colors to go along with it. A yellow, blue, green, and purple. So I really use my future log. It definitely helps me keep track of things that are going on in the future months that I don't have set up in my journal quite yet. Here were my 22 goals in 2022. I love goal setting and I love tracking how those goals are going. So this was my way to track those goals. I think in 2022, I was able to complete 16 out of the 22 or something crazy like that. Anyway, then we've got a year in pixels, which just tracked my mood for the entire year. I have this top of the page, which is things to check out: books, movies, podcasts, and TV shows. Don't really look to this page very often, but when somebody tells me, hey, you need to watch this movie, or I listened to this really great podcast the other day, I like to put it here. Just something fun for me. And then down here I have a list of needs, wants, and gift ideas. Obviously did not use very much in this bullet journal. Here I have a passwords page, which I just covered up. And then I used to do a library loans spread in my journals. And here I put move to my spreadsheet. I started using Allie from Hardback Hoarders. Is that her name? Hardback? I can't remember. I'll link her down below, but I started using her spreadsheet and she has a spot to record books that you have checked out from the library. So I just found that more helpful instead of having it in my bullet journal. Then we've got a YouTube planning page. I also tracked my subscribers. At this point, I had gotten to 710 and now we've doubled that. So thank you to everyone here who has subscribed to my channel. Here's a little plug. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Then I did a quick July review of the previous month, and now we're into August. And amazingly enough, I think I have all of these monthly setups recorded for my YouTube channel. So that's amazing. In August 2022, I did a Malibu Rising theme, kind of. I just took the colors from the front of Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I liked the bright colors for the end of summer. So here is my calendar, my habits tracker, reading trackers. This has kind of morphed a little bit into something I use now. Here is cleaning and health trackers, which I still like to use. And then this looked like it was just kind of a notes page of random items. Then we've got my weeklies for the month of August. These look the exact same to how I have my weeklies now, which obviously means they are functional and work for me. August review, and we are into September. In September, I wanted to do just a simple reading theme. Reading is an exercise in empathy, an exercise in walking in someone else's shoes for a while. Love that quote. Should have said who it's from. Sorry about that. But I used just kind of muted browns, greens, and oranges for September. Got my habits, cleaning and health. This has now been what I stick to in my current bullet journal. This is how I track everything. Reading trackers, again, this is how I continue to track my reading on a full spread like this. And now we're into September weeklies. I had COVID this week. Our family tends to always get COVID in October. So that's fun. September review, and now we're on to October. This was my Normal People by Sally Rooney setup. I was really proud of how this turned out. I was able to sketch the cover of the book pretty well, I thought. Okay. This, as you can tell, it looks pretty similar. I found something that works for me, and I don't want to change it, I guess. I don't know. So we've got reading trackers. Oh, I tried something new. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I did it again. So this was a new weekly I tried at the beginning of October, but obviously didn't like it because I went back to my previous one. All right, October review, and we are into November, which I themed off of the book Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel. Still haven't read it, but crazily enough, it got onto my August 2023 TBR, so I'll hopefully be reading it this August. I don't know. I was okay with this cover, but I'm not the best artist, I don't think, but I'm still pretty proud of this. I should get the book for you to see. Pretty good, right? Yeah. Okay, moving on. We've got the calendar, habits, cleaning, and health trackers, and reading trackers. You can see the pattern, friends. Here are the weeklies. And now we're on to December. December was super fun. I partook in Christmathon, which was a readathon hosted by Silka from Danish Readerholic and Gemma from Books with Gems, something like that. And they did kind of this advent calendar-y style of readathon, and I decided to kind of implement an advent calendar into my bullet journal. So for each day that we passed in December, I added an ornament onto this tree, and on December 25th I added the star to the top. So that was fun. An interactive way to use my bullet journal. Oh, Mabel turned 1. She's a day after Christmas baby. Our little daughter Mabel. Crazy to think she'll be 2 in just a few months. All right, we've got habits, cleaning, and health. And reading trackers. I did not read a lot in December. 5 books. Oofta. Looks like I just had some notes pages. We did a lot of traveling in December, so I had packing lists and videos I wanted to do, gifts, all sorts of fun stuff. So then here was the start of my weeklies. I actually did, so here I did dailies, and you can see I just did a little calendar door, advent door for what the prompt was that Silka and Jem gave us for the day. So kind of fun. Some of them were reading prompts, some of them were activity prompts. I did my normal weekly, but then continued to do the advent calendar prompts here. The weekly. This week I was in Chicago, so I didn't do much bullet journaling. I didn't need to make lists of things to do because I was just relaxing in Chicago, going book shopping and stuff. And the last week of 2022, I had a December review, and now we're into 2023. Obviously, I'm not one to just like start a brand new journal when it's a new year or midway through the year. I want to use the journal up. So we are, I guess, about halfway through this journal, and I started 2023. For the beginning of 2023 pages, I used purple, pink, and gray. Here was my 23 in 2023, the start of it, because now we're 8 months into 2023, I guess 7 months in, and I completed a lot of these in the first half of 2023, and I'm doing really well, I think, so far. Hopefully on track to finish them all. Anyway, I had a Bookish Goals tracking page and a year in pixels, which I so smartly put on a separate sheet of paper. You can kind of see here, but it didn't come out easily, and so I just had to end up copying it into my new journal anyway. Then we've got YouTube planning pages, and I added a Bookstagram planning page because I wanted to get better at posting on Bookstagram, which I kind of have. I'm doing all right on it. Okay, January, I harken back to I don't know, it must have been 2019 when I borrowed Amanda Rach Lee's setup for January and decided to remake it for January 2023. I love the fireworks, I love the gold, so that was really fun. I decided to put stars when I completed a task in my habit trackers. That was fun. And I really did a lot of designs throughout these pages. Reading trackers and weeklies. Back to February, another Amanda Rach Lee setup. Thank you, Amanda, for all of your inspiration and ideas. So just hearts for Valentine's Day, pinks and purples. Theodore turned 3 on January 30th, which obviously bled into February. But here are my weeklies for February. End of February with a review, and now we're on to March, which I did a middle grade March theme. That was a readathon hosted by a few different friends on YouTube. Krista from Books and Jams, Amanda from The Curly Reader, and Katie from Life Between Words. Anyway, they came out with this really great logo for the middle grade March readathon, and I wanted to fully participate in middle grade March, so I vlogged every day. I made it my theme for my reading or my bullet journal, and I really got into it. I loved this calendar spread. Each of the horizontal lines were shelves, and then the vertical lines were books standing up. So I thought that was really fun. And my habit trackers, cleaning and health trackers, and my reading trackers, which I read so many books in March that I had to add a tip in. I think I read 20 books in March. It was awesome. My TBR was huge, so I also had to add a tip in here. But yeah, it was a phenomenal reading month, and I vlogged every single day. It was such an accomplishment. I'm really proud of it. Here are my weeklies. I read each daily with a bookshelf. So cute. Took some notes from a Enneagram workshop that I went to. And we're into April, which I recreated another book for April. Let me get it. This is As Long as Lemon Trees Grow by Zulfa Katu. Loved this book. 5 stars. One of my favorites of 2023. And I love how my cover page for April turned out. I just got the calendar, my trackers, as per usual, and my weeklies. Nothing special here, folks. But still fun to look through, I think. All right, I believe this is the last month in this journal. So it lasted me from, what was it, August of 2022. Is that right? Yep, August of 2022 through May of 2023. And I did a coffee theme because it was my goal in May to stop drinking coffee. Well, it was my goal to go to black coffee, but I changed that to stop drinking coffee because I didn't like black coffee and I didn't really need the coffee to keep me awake because the amount of coffee I actually had in my cream drink was minimal. So I just ended up giving up coffee altogether. Sometimes I'll treat myself to a fancy drink, but I don't drink it every day anymore. I read a lot in May too, I think. There was a readathon going on, Escape the Readathon, I think. So I read a lot. And my weeklies. And now we're at the end. I thought I could maybe fit June in here, so I planned it all out, but there was no way. So I just have a few empty pages. Here was my new Joe plans, my new bullet journal, the current journal I'm in right now. Just the beginning pages. I had 23 for 2023 ideas, 10 tests figuring out color themes for different months. Yeah, that's my journal. My 7th bullet journal. I've used 7 journals in 5 years. Currently on my 8th. That's crazy to believe, but I really love having these to look back on, see how my calligraphy has improved, how my craftiness has improved. It's really fun to look back. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments which month was your favorite out of these. Let's quick go through them. August with a Malibu Rising theme. September with a reading theme. October with a Normal People theme. November with a Kaikei theme. The December Advent Calendar theme. The January Fireworks theme. The February Hearts theme. The Middle Grade March theme. The April theme of As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. Or the May Coffee theme. Again, thank you so much for watching. Like this video on your way out. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more bookish and bullet journaling content from me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!